I'd like to introduce to you Miss Ruiz.
Who's she?
Becky, an absolute legend.
Are you seriously gonna do it?
They're not gonna know it's him.
Who's ready for a show?
Told you, it's never gonna happen.
Why can't you cut him some slack?
Are you really that desperate for people to like you? It's pathetic.
Another day, another hustle. Staying active 365. Only thing my G's them know is struggle. And what I gotta do to survive. Another day, another hustle. Staying active 365. Only thing my G's them know is struggle. And what I gotta do to survive. Yeah, grind. 24, yeah, I grind. Can't remember my days properly or phases, I don't watch time. All I'm into is money, news, don't watch face, they'll probably watch mine. Don't ever try and count me out, count on me, I'm still in my prime.
Wake up in the morning, we rise. When the early bird calling, yeah, we rise. When we get up in our feelings, do what the phoenix do. So of course we rise. When we gotta get to class, we rise. When we're stuck under the ash, we rise. All my friends gonna see this through, cause we just do what the phoenix do, we rise.
Do you want something to eat, Ray?
I'm alright, thanks. Share some chips with Lee. Has Dad called?
We spoke for a minute. He was busy. Do I look alright?
5 out of 10.
I won't be long.
I'll be hungry later, though.
Alright, boss.
Looking sharp, Billy.
Wow. You look amazing.
Sweet crib.
Cool house, bro.
You sent the message just to me, so I forwarded it to everyone else.
Oh, did I? Oh, my bad.
Just like me, yeah?
No, don't go in there.
Ooh, get you, Darcy. Now that's creepy.
I'll grab some more glasses.
Where's everyone else? Darcy ain't got any mates.
You think all of this was for summer? Maybe he didn't make a mistake with the invites.
Darcy and Thermos in a tree. K-I-S-S.
Something for everyone?
Karaoke.
You are, Karen.
I'm so glad that you're around, so true. It's just me and my crew.
That'll be the pizzas.
What did you think, Billy?
Incredible.
Do you do this for all the girls?
Well, I've got a patio with a dead pot plant and Ree's bust-up bike, so no.
That's what I like most about you. Don't pretend to be something you're not.
And there are no other girls somewhere.
It's nice to see you smile.
I'm happy all the time. On the inside.
So the quiet and sweet, Lily. Just for show.
I don't know. Do I come across as quiet and sweet?
Do to me. Maybe not everyone else, but always right.
Always.
Yeah.
So what about you? Are you as cool and smart as everyone thinks?
No, it could be further from who I am.
Go on then. Who are you?
Whoever my mum wants me to be.
You're so much more than that. You're kind, thoughtful. It's probably why Darcy hope you turn up on your own.
Yeah. No, I might need your help with that one. Oh, what?
If you like him.
No, I'm not interested in Darcy.
I gotta test love, I gotta test love. I gotta test love, I gotta test love.
Ah, there's monsters everywhere. Ah.
You're backstage because you haven't got moves. I'll teach you a few. Check this out.
Where's Bill?
With Summer, I think. And now.
Get it off, it's not funny.
What are you up to?
I'm planning a stunt. Have you got any tips?
No, I got chatting to someone the other day. It turns out he went to your last school, Bill. He had a few stories to tell.
I'm gone. Like what?
Like, why you got kicked out?
This teacher had it in for me.
Heard you punch her in the mouth.
What? I didn't punch no woman.
It's just what I heard.
I better see what she wants.
You know that's not true.
Better get back in there. Gotta keep the guests happy. You get what I had to tell you. We can't just let anyone in our crew.
Guys, who ate all the pizza?
Bill's just probably trying to bulk up.
But he's gone.
Gone where?
Forget about him. I mean, this is supposed to be a party.
No, actually, I've got an English essay due tomorrow.
I should be resting my voice.
My mum's expecting me home.
I can stay.
See how I'm on top. Can't stop, won't stop. Big chip off the old block. Cream of the crop. You're just small bits, I bring the whole lot. Simple and easy. I'm like air, I keep it all breezy. I know I got the flow to take your breath away and leave the man wheezy.
Okay.
I was a main man in a crew. Now I'm telling you what to do. First I'm gonna shame you, then I'm gonna name you. You know I'm gonna blame you, cause it's so easy to tame you.
What are you doing, bro? Do you know how much that cost?
Whatever is mine, having the time of my life. Stay on the grind, bringing it every time. I'm getting whatever is mine, having the time of my life. Stay on the grind, bringing it every time.
Where's Layla?
Getting whatever is mine.
Wanna go to the next one? Is Darcy's house nice?
Less talking, more chewing. Your hair's all wet, Ree. You'll catch a cold.
Electric ran out again.
Well, at least tie it up then.
Get off! You're so embarrassing. Why can't you just get money for the electric off Dad? Then I could dry my hair.
Thanks for coming last night.
Yeah, it was a laugh.
Some people just don't know how to enjoy themselves. I still can't believe you punched a teacher.
We stopped talking about Billy for 5 minutes.
It's fine by me. Do you want to grab some lunch later?
Sure.
Yeah, I was just...
Don't be scared of those muppets.
You want to be careful. You and your little girlfriend here. You aren't in your den now.
Yeah? So what are you gonna do about it?
Woo! The air is thick with testosterone. Everything all right here, boys?
Yeah. Sorry, miss. Johnson, get my own. I'll catch you later, yeah?
There you go. So, can anyone give me an example of how Austin shows us the different expectations society had of gender? Holly.
It's like when Jane Fairfax gets gossiped about just for going to the post office, but Mr. Knightley can ride all the way to London. Nobody says anything.
Very good, Polly. Summer? How does Austin demonstrate gender inequality?
Boys can do things girls can't. Does gender even exist, miss, or is it just a construct?
Well, that's rather philosophical for a Wednesday morning. Let's pick that up another time, shall we? Anyone else?
Do you believe that?
You all right, Lexi?
It's what I tell my mum when she says something stupid like, girls can't ask boys out.
I'd die of shame if I asked a girl out and she said no. Have you ever asked anybody out?
No. But it's the first time for everything.
Oh my God, are you gonna ask out?
Yes, Emma. Who?
Sir,
Yes.
I'm practicing with my mum. We're going to get it this year.
Oh, I look forward to seeing it. Break a leg. You auditioning for the play?
Yeah, no, I'd rather eat wasps.
So now I'm reckoning you make a great actor.
Yeah, I would. Check this out. It's my sir thinks he's funny, but he really isn't, look.
Okay. Well, this is my I have the power to give people attention look.
Yeah, you should go in there, sir. You'd smash it.
I would, but I'm a busy man.
Oh, sir, a mate of mine, he goes to a different school. He wanted to know about free school meals, so I told him I'd find out for him.
Can't he find out for himself?
Well, if he could, then I wouldn't be asking you, would I?
He just needs a parent or guardian to come and fill in a form. It's a simple process.
Yeah, so what if his mum and dad don't have good English, or they can't get into school?
Well, there'll be someone to help with language, just as long as they understood what it is they're signing.
I'll let him know.
How was the party last night? It was interesting. How come you never came? Billy wouldn't have chilled if I was there. Maybe the next one, though. Did you see that? Oh, I'm sorry. Are we not good enough for her now?
If we could have everyone's attention, please. Sam has something that he would like to say.
So I know we said we were going to announce the cast, but I think there's still some debate to be had.
Rest assured, we will be putting up the cast list later today.
If you didn't make it, it means you were terrible. If you do make it, it means you were only marginally less terrible. You know, I set the talent bar really, really low. Obviously. But none of you have reached it. However, I have been instructed to work with what's in front of me.
So a big thank you from both of us for all of your hard work so far. Sam?
There is loads of talent in the school. They just haven't auditioned.
Dealing with the groove.
One bag of chat, bare talking, just one bag of chat. No action, just one bag of chat. No movement, just one bag of chat. Like one bag of chat, one bag of chat. No action, just one bag of chat. Pure talking, just one bag of chat. Like no movement, just one bag of chat. Dealing with the
What are you doing?
It's just my homework, miss.
You're lying to me. What lesson are you supposed to be in now?
Form. Yes.
We'll get moving then. Go on.
Can you see him?
No sign of the target yet.
Stop calling him a target.
The target has entered the corridor. Operation Female Emancipation is go, go, go. He's not going into the canteen, what should I do? Summer. Billy! Mr. Stewart said he wants to see you in the canteen.
I've just been talking to him.
I think that's why he wanted to talk to you, so that's really important.
Okay. Have you seen Mr. Stewart?
No, but I wanted to ask.
Wait, Ree, stop, there's no...
Oh, thanks, lovely. That's gone through fine. Dad put 20 quid on my account.
Yeah. He said he was going to. I'll see you later. You wanted to ask me something?
Is it true what happened at your last school?
You think I punched a woman in the mouth?
Of course not. I just... You know, I want your version.
This male teacher who had it in for me grabbed me. And when I broke free, I caught his lip. By accident.
You got kicked out?
I'm sorry, I gotta go find Mrs. Stewart.
Billy? What are you doing after school?
Nothing. Why?
Do you want to do something?
With you? Like a date?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. I'll text you.
M-O-N, count your dough. Money over nonsense, count your dough. Yo, make that money, don't let it make you. Which kind girl settles down for a fool? Put that pedal to the metal, fill up on fuel. Checks over nonsense, that's the #1 rule. So, no time for no games, trading options, just these games. Make all the dividends rain, take notes, we don't take pain. We don't act crazy for fame, dispose of all you lame. If you garbage, you will get drained, you can put that on my name.
Something wrong with that machine.
Is that?
Look, can I just try it again? Like, please. I need to eat my food. What do you want me to do? Oh, whatever. I can't be bothered. Whatever.
What happened to you last night?
It could be just, but I don't know yet.
You know Summer fancies me, don't you? I think she's just waiting for me to ask her out.
Is that right?
You know it is.
So, how come she's just asked me to go out with her tonight? Got that for you.
You could take her to the library. I mean, it's free and there's loads to do.
It's a date, not homework club.
Who are you on a date with?
Summer.
Really?
Well, don't sound so surprised.
I think it's nice.
You're a girl. What would impress you?
Big romantic gesture.
Got it. You could take her to the Science Museum.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Sing, like Heath Ledger in 10 Things I Hate About You.
I'm not gonna sing to her, Ronnie.
Can you dance like Tom Holland?
Ronnie, Darcy's gonna take her out and flash the cash. And all I will have done is what? Help her with her science homework. And bought her a cupcake.
Did what?
I bought her a cupcake.
When?
Just now in the canteen.
Did you give it to her in there?
Is that bad?
That's perfect. What's more romantic than a cupcake in front of the whole school? Make sure you say nice things to her. Don't punch her in the arm. Don't ask her how old she is.
She's 14.
Are you joking me?
Hello? Anyone out there? Anyone here?
Sorry, late, miss. Got stuck in the toilet. Isn't there a class somewhere with a Darcy-sized empty space in it?
Have you been on a special course to learn things like that?
No, but I've been on one that told me that students shouldn't be wandering the corridors during lessons. So where have you been?
None of your business.
But it is. So let's head to the office where I keep my instruments of torture and see if we can extract that information from you.
To be on. Hello, is anybody there?
Don't bother. Just by the skin of your teeth. Peasant too. Save your screams, Layla. You were the best of the worst. Right, report to me after school for singing lessons.
Can't improve on perfection, Sam.
But you can on below average. So, I'll see you in the hall at 3:30, or find someone more willing. No chance.
Yes! Come on! Let's out!
I thought you were on a hot date.
What are you still doing here?
I've got a bad attitude, apparently.
Don't suppose you want to go do something?
Okay.
This was Darcy. I know it.
We're gonna be stuck in it all night.
Got some crisps in my bag.
Guess what? I got the lead. What's got into?
He's got a hot date with Summer.
He's got what?
I tried phoning. I lost my keys.
Go and get yourself a plate. You shouldn't be having to do this on your own, Billy. Is there no news from your dad?
Thanks for dinner. Have you seen this? It's brilliant.
Oh.
Hi, it's Summer from Phoenix Rise. I've popped in to tell you that you can watch all episodes of Phoenix Rise on BBC iPlayer anytime and anywhere you like. Just search for Phoenix Rise in BBC iPlayer.